Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at what was going to be a Shadow Snorlax and continuing the Shadow series here, but Xerneas kind of took over that position, and we're going to go ahead and look at that as well. Snorlax is great. You already know how I've been gassing it up every single video. I love this thing. Make sure you get yourself a good one, and as simple as that. You've seen the IVs there. I do have 10 in attack. I felt that that was good enough, and the thing has been putting in the work. Now, Xerneas. Hopefully you did rate it because, well, it's not currently in the raids right now, and who knows when it's going to come back. And when it does, it's probably going to have a signature move. And of course, I'll be using my Elite TM. Now, the shiny that I do have does not have the best in HP, but it doesn't really matter. That is the IV that you should care about the least, honestly. And I just had to go with the shiny because it just looks absolutely amazing. Now, the thing about it is great. A fairy with a fighting move, close combat nonetheless, is kind of OP. But here's the thing about Xerneas. With its quick move, it's not farming the fastest. It's gaining a decent amount of energy, but it still takes a minute to get there. It's amazing, but if you're looking for a fairy to power up for the Master League, you got Togekiss, you have Sylveon, you have, if you're a high roller, Primarina, which is going to be amazing. And if you're thinking, well, that's going to get a community day in the future, well, should we hold off? There's a few Pokemon that there are exceptions for, and that one, Primarina, is it. So if you want to power it up, if you have a 100, go for it. And then just simply Elite TM it to get Hydro Cannon when it does receive it, because you already know, copy and paste, that's what they're going to give it for its community day. Until we come to a period where everything's being rotated, because we've seen the starters get new community day moves, including Charizard, right? So keep that in mind. It got Dragon Breath. They're going to have rotation for every single one, unless they do the treatment that they did give it for Dragonite, where they did put it on the voting block for potentially what do you want to see, because Dragonite, if you're new to this game, was actually going to receive Dynamic Punch as a community day move, but they just gave it to it for a new season of Go Battle League, which I absolutely thank you, Niantic. That's great. I love community days, but grinding them out for a move like that, it's no big deal. It's no big deal, actually. I just appreciate that. But anyways, Xerneas is good, but the top fairy, I'm going to have to say, is going to be Zacian. The reason why I haven't invested in that is because I simply do not have a good one to power up. I got one that I could. I got the candies to do it, but it's just not worth it at this time, I think, because we're going to get its alternate form, which is going to be a bit of a beast, so we'll have to see. Anyways, with that long introduction, looks like we're at 3 minutes here. My goodness, yapping my mouth off over here with that stuff. Let's get into the commentary. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Turn notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, let's get into it. Excadrill, let's see. This is great. We can superpower this thing. They have to fear superpower because it's essentially going to one-shot it into the next realm. So we're going to go for a body slam. We get a shield because, at this point, though, we could let one go. We could let this next one go, but I'm going to shield it up. So it's like, well, what's the point? You should have just went for superpower, I guess. Would have lowered our attack, but yeah. So here we go. Going for that superpower, taking them out, and they're bringing in a Metagross. So we are down for our attack and our defense, but it is a shadow, so we're still doing normal damage at this point. And I wanted to swap into the Groudon, and we're going to be rotating that third Pokemon throughout this whole video here. I was getting a little frustrated because I haven't seen as many freaking Kyogres in my life whenever I put Groudon on my team. It's insane. Or Dragonite. So I was like, okay, you want to lock yourself in here with a Dragonite? Bring in Xerneas and do the headbutt repeat smash at times 2 speed. It looks absolutely hilarious. So the only thing that's going to be devastating you here is essentially going to be Hurricane. Otherwise, you can basically farm it down to Funky Town. I mean, once you max out at 100, I guess you can do something, but definitely do not go for close combat. You don't want to lower your stats here. So building up to 100 energy, and now we're going to go ahead and go for the charge move here, Moonblast. And they did a very nice catch. Okay, you got me right there. So we're going to be shielding up that, swapping into our Groudon, and we made a kind of a critical mistake by continuously tapping the screen. We should have had our finger right on that Fire Punch right off the bat. They could have got to a Meteor Mash, but we're able to land it, bringing it in that Dragonite, which is going to be very low on HP. Xerneas is going to go right for that close combat. We're not going to hit any bubbles. And let's see if this takes the win here. And that's enough to take them out. Let's go. No, it's not let's go. It's let's go. All right. Next battle met with a Mewtwo. Love to see it with the Snorlax. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a loss because Mewtwo can spam so fast. But here's the thing. Typically, I get a little bit of, I wouldn't say I get annoyed if I have a matchup that I just straight lose in the beginning, because you just have to work around that. But this one here, knowing every single time I will lose if I only use one shield, is perfectly fine, because what I'm going to do is go in and start farming up with the Xerneas. I could farm up, I do have Kyogre right now, but it's going to be best that we bring in the Xerneas and farm up with the Tackle. Tackle is amazing on this thing. See, again, Xerneas is amazing because it does have close combat, but it is taking a little bit of time to getting to those charge moves. And if you're going to be going with anything other than, I guess if you don't want to go with Moonblast, you got Mega Horn, Giga Impact, and Thunder, I do believe. So, yeah. You probably just want to go with Moonblast. Get that stab, baby. Let's go. All right, Kyogre. All right, up against a Dragonite. Okay, this is not good. So if you're thinking, why did not just build up the Blizzard? Because it's best at this point to just do as much damage. Bring in the Xerneas and just go ahead and just headbutt this thing into Oblivion where it belongs with the other dragons in the Oblivion game, right? All right. So going for close combat, did they make a swap before they went down, or did I just tackle them out of the... oh, yeah. Nope, they swapped. And again, Dragonite can't do anything up against Xerneas unless it does have Hurricane. So I do use my shield, and it looks like they're trying to back out before I can actually officially take them out. But I do with Tackle. I said, get the hell out of here. What are you trying to quit on me? Get out of here. All right, good game. Moving on to our next opponent here. Of course, we got the Kyogres. We have some ground type in the front. No, you can't. But Poke, you can't say that for everything. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't make a believer out of everybody. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Body Slam. Just do as much damage as we can here. See, at this point, it's going to be pointless to bring in Kyogre because you already know they're going to have something to counter water in the back because, well, you know, this thing's weak to water. Of course, they're going to have some sort of dragon or whatever the case may be in the back there. So going for a Rock Slide, taking me out. And I do bring in Kyogre because they do have a little bit more health than I would like to farm with the Xerneas. They probably would have made it to a charge move. And of course, there is that counter to the water. In the back is going to be the Dialga. Going to go straight for the Blizzard here. And of course, they're going to be shielding it up. Oh, shoot. How the heck are we going to pull this off? Hitting me with an Iron Head. So I'm letting it go because I know I need to hold on to this shield. Bringing in the Xerneas. And they have a Gyarados in the back. I'm thinking, oh, crap. Tackle's good, though. So... you do plenty of damage. It's not like you're getting stabbed. It's just a pure fairy type. But it's still doing a decent amount of damage here. So let's see what we can do. Letting this go. This is going to be a close one, folks. We need to farm them down. Oh my goodness. They were just about to get to a charge move. And in comes the Dialga ready to go. This said, I'm going to Iron Head you into the next whatever. Alright. And I go for the close combat. Saving that last shield. Knowing that they had that energy ready to go. And we take them out with the close combat. Let's get it. Next battle, we're going to be met with another Excadrill, and this is something that we like to see, although we do have a Kyogre, so it's not like it's really threatening our whole team. Xerneas can also basically one-shot it, but it is going to take it about 1 year to get to the close combat. They're going to be swapping into their Garchomp, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Xerneas here. It does have Dragon Tail, which is great, and usually anybody running Dragon Tail, I'm just, you know, typically you're going to be seeing Sand Tomb and Earth Power on it. Okay, so we have to look out for that Earth Power. Okay, we still have 2 shields left, letting that first one go, calling the Sand Tomb, and knowing that they want to lower the defense so they can basically one-shot us with Earth Power. Going for the close combat, which is actually going to lower our stats, but it is the closer one, so we're going to go ahead and go for it, take them out. And our defense has been dropped as well. Well, not as well, but just the defense. I was thinking of the attack too, but that doesn't work like that. Snorlax has a ton of energy ready to go. Going to go for that first Body Slam. Now, at this point, this is basically in the bag, right? So all we got to do is hit these Body Slams. We're going to swap into Kyogre after we do get that last shield. They're doing some damage here, and we're looking great. What are they going to hit us with? An Ancient Power, not Flamethrower, because that's resisted. Doing a decent amount. Simply going to farm them down here. Hopefully, they don't get to another charge move. It's not hopefully. They're not going to get to one. They back out. We take that win, and we're looking good. So if you can make a lucky trade with somebody for a Xerneas, and you have the candies powered up, do it. This thing is great. But again, I'm going to have to say, the best one to power up is probably going to be Zacian. I am a little jealous of that. I need to start coordinating with my lucky friend. I don't remember the last time I did a lucky trade, folks. Okay? I don't remember the last time I freaking did one. So we're getting to 2 superpowers here, going for the next one, which is actually not going to KO the Dialga, and they're going to be winning this matchup, but they did use a shield. So what we're going to do is bring in our Kyogre, knowing they're going to get to an Iron Head. It's not very effective. I was really hoping it was not going to be a Draco Meteor. Okay, just an Iron Head, good. Getting a decent amount of farm from them, fantastic. Up a shield, and going straight for the Surf. What did they throw into the battle here? What was that going to be? A Togekiss. Great, this is good. So we're going to go ahead and swap though, because that charm was doing a whole lot of damage. Now this was getting a little bit nervous. Alright, this may be random, but I'm going to be in Arizona from around the 14th until the 19th. If you're like in the Phoenix area, I think Mesa is where I'm going to be at. Keep a lookout because I want to buy you a shot. So anyways, with that said, what's going on here? Alright, up against the Landorus. This thing is a sucker, right? Well, it's not a sucker. It's a son of a gun. Alright, so we're going for the Moonblast. I go for the Desperation superpower there. We swap into our Kyogre, and they get to their stinking charge move right as we get to Surf. Xerneas, tackle, let's go. Give me a break, taking the win with tackle like we're playing in the beginning of the grass in red and blue. Alright, next battle. They're going to be making a swap into their Dragonite, which is just absolutely mwah, chef's kiss. I got two hands, one hand's free. Okay. Alright, so they hit me with Hurricane. You know what's funny is I said right before I kind of predicted they were going to hit me with that. I said, that's not going to be enough. If they shielded that up, they could have won swap potentially. Could have been a little close. Anyways, bringing back that Mewtwo, and we're going to go ahead and bluff a Moonblast here with a close combat, and we're getting a shield, lowering our stats so they can take us out a little bit faster. But that freaking Mewtwo is absolutely loaded with energy here, so we got to be a little bit careful here. Go for the Shadow Ball, shielding it up correctly. Fantastico. And, well, it could be anything at this point. I wasn't counting those Psycho Cuts. And it's going to be a Side Strike. Swapping into a Garchomp, and the Xerneas is out for the count. So how is this going to work? Getting the last shield and bringing in the Snorlax that does have a little bit of energy ready to go here. And folks, I got something to show you. I don't know if this happened to you, but I'm going to tell you, because what I do on this channel is bring the brokenness of Pokemon Go to light, so you can see, oh, I'm not going crazy. It's not my phone. It's the damn game, right? So we swap into our swap into our Giratina. And at this point, it was a loss, but watch what happens here. So it freezes right here. It was going to be a loss, but at this moment, after it did freeze, I couldn't get back into Pokemon Go. It would load at the loading screen. It literally took me about 45 minutes. Okay, just went back in here and it would do this. I wanted to show you a little bit of what's going on here. Black screen for a minute, loading screen, and look, I force close the app. I restart my phone. I didn't want to clear cache. I just don't like dealing with that because it kind of slows down everything. I download everything every time inside the game, which takes a bunch of freaking megabytes and really seems like nothing for the benefit of the game and for me. Anyways, lagged up. It was probably a loss anyways, but yeah, that happened there. Next, could you imagine if it was a win? How annoying. So they have a Lugia lead, they swap into their Melmetal, and we're actually going to go for the superpower to do some good damage before we do swap into our Giratina here. And this is going to, in fact, be the last battle. I do believe, yeah, this is the last battle here, folks. Alright, so that's why we're seeing the whole little hand on the screen. So if you ever do see that when I'm playing, like, what did you, like, log out? Gotta log somebody else's account or do some? No, okay? I don't do all that crap. It's because I have to try to log out to see if I can log back in because this game is so busted broken. Winning that matchup, and they're bringing in a Dialga and going for Shadow Ball. Not that, like, it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, I just want to bring that up. Okay? So if you're watching somebody else and that appears on their screen, it's just no sinister stuff going on, maybe, but let's just not point to the bad first. Anyway, bringing them pretty low, and at this point we're not going to go for a superpower. There's really no need to lower our stats. We're just going to go for a body slam because that is going to just about be enough, I do believe. Not very effective taking that out there. Lugia, And going for a body slam here before we do bring in our last Pokemon, which is going to be Xerneas. Well, they hit their charge move right as we do, which is perfect. But once they realize it's pretty much over, they're like, yeah, you got 2 shields, you resist our quick move, that's a wrap. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time.
Ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!